as being a Melinda Benoit, B-E-N-O-I-T, age 39 of Sioux City, and a passenger in the front seat, Daniel Riedmann, R-I-E-D-M-A-N, age 36 from Dakota Dunes. As officers were conducting their investigation, it was determined that Daniel Riedmann had an outstanding warrant from the state of Iowa, and there was an officer alert that Mr. Riedmann could be armed and dangerous. Officers then reapproached the vehicle. Mr. Riedmann did not comply to the officer's demands to exit the vehicle. The vehicle was locked. As they were making their demands, there was some furtive movements within the vehicle, at which time the officer stepped back and discharged a service weapon, striking Mr. Riedmann. Officers immediately administered first aid. EMS was called. Mr. Riedmann was transported to Mercy Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead approximately a half hour later. Right now, the investigation is still ongoing. It's being conducted by the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation. And at this time, I do not have any more information to give you. And I'm sure as this progresses, we'll be making you aware of anything else that we can possibly make you aware of. But I think the DCI is sitting back here right now that I would direct any questions to them that you might have pertaining to the investigation. So that's all I'm going to release at this point. I'm not going to release any officers' names because the investigation is still ongoing, but I will release names in the near future. Any other questions?
Chief, where was he shot?
I do not know. They'll be conducting an autopsy, I think, tomorrow in Des Moines, so as we get that information, we'll make you aware of it.
When was the last time an officer had to shoot a suspect?
I believe we had an incident about 2 years ago.
How many shots were fired?
At this time, I don't know for sure. The investigation is still fresh, still ongoing, so we're trying to make all those determinations at this time.
When will you release the video from the dash cam?
That'll be up to the DCI. We'll get together and talk to them at what point that can be released. Right now, it's evidence.
Is the officer suspended?
No, he's not suspended. He's on administrative paid leave.
For how long?
Till further notice. He's got to go through a process before we allow him to come back to work full duty.
Can you confirm if a gun was recovered?
Gun was recovered at the scene, yes.
Can you confirm the type of vehicle they were driving in, the SUV?
It was a Suburban, color? Silver.
When you say furtive movements, what does that kind of mean? What type of
You can
movements?
look it up, see what furtive says in the dictionary, but it's movements that are contradictory to what the officer's requests are. So, just some things that are unnatural and not part of the request that the officer made.
Who did the car belong to?
That I don't know. If anybody else knows, I have no idea.
Are you able to say if Riedmann was holding the gun when he was shot?
That is still to be determined.
What type of traffic stop was this?
It was just what I would refer to as, and what you often refer to as a routine traffic stop. There was an indication that there may be a wanted on the plate of that vehicle, and that's why the traffic stop occurred.
Out of curiosity, Chief, why was this not in the police activity log?
I have no idea.
Can you say what kind of a gun it was that was recovered? The handgun?
It was a handgun. That's probably all I can tell you right now until we do ballistics.
How long has the officer been part of the department?
3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
None of your guys were injured in this at all?
No. And we'll stay in contact with you as we develop more information. Lieutenant McCann will be the one that will be the liaison with the media, so as we're able to release information, you'll get it.
Should we go through Tad, or is there anyone
Yeah.
with the DCI then? Or?
I guess the DCI can address that if they want. Do you want
Chief,
to?
on the top of your sheet there, Daryl's name and his, I think it's somewhere in there we had his work at
Okay,
work phone
I
number.
got Agent Daryl Simmons of the DCI, and here's his contact number if that's what he wants. 712-322-1585. Yep.
Okay.
Was the woman cited at all?
Yes, she was. For traffic violations.
You know what the outstanding warrant was for Riedmann?
Probation violation. Obviously, you can look that up on courts online too to see what's in there.
Any witnesses?
Chief, we don't have an issue with the DCI with giving do we have the photographs of our victims?
Yes, I do.
We can hand those out afterwards.
So, yeah, I'll give those out as soon as we're
After
done.
we're done.
What was your question?
Any witnesses, Chief?
Not that I'm aware of at this time. But like I said, it's still ongoing, so.
When I was on scene last night, there was 2 Iowa State Patrol cars in the Horizons parking lot.
Okay.
Did they have any, involvement in this in any way?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
They weren't there when I got there, so I don't know if they came after. They might have been there to assist in any way that they could, but no, I'm not aware that they were involved in any way, other than maybe seeing if they could help.
Okay.
Is the DCI always involved in officer-involved shootings?
They are with our department, yes.
How are you going to email those photos? Or
No, I got them here. As soon as we're done here, I'll hand them out if that's works for you. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much. I've got enough, I hope. If not,